Hi guys, my name is Lebogang Sopazi. I'm here to present to you the third lesson of the Kuka tutorial. So today we're going to be talking about the control panel, or some might call it the remote control, but let's rather stick to calling it the control panel. I'm going to take you through step by step in terms of how it works, what button does what, and how you can use it in your program should you choose to take part in the competition at the end of the tutorials. So stay tuned for that. Thank you very much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we promised you, lesson 3 is basically about the control panel. So, let's get. So, this is the guy we're going to be talking about today, or for today's lesson. As you can see, there's a lot of buttons in here, but rest assured, we're going to take you through to what each button is doing in the end purpose. So, as we all can see right here, this is the emergency stop button, and then right here we have a T1 and we have a T2. So for T1 and the T2 is basically when you have your own code that you would like to run, that you want to test. The T is for test, and the T1 is basically for your first code. Maybe you have two separate codes that you would like to run, so that's when you need to make use of T1 or T2. And then right on top, please excuse the poor image, right on top where I'm currently pointing, we have a T3, or which is usually called AUTEXT. It's called AUTEXT because it's basically called automatic external. The reason for that is, and that's when now the code that you've just loaded onto the machine, you just want the machine to actually test it, because maybe at the end of the day you're not sure of your code, hence you have to use the T1 and or the T2. So now that you are sure of your code, then that's when you can just put it there, and then on your top left, that's where you can just automate the whole system and let the machine from start to finish, let it run the code. That's where you are basically sure of everything that you are doing. As you can see, during the time of recording, the Kuka Arm was set on T4, which is just for automating the whole thing. Um, yes, it was just for automating the whole sides, the numerical. So some of the buttons here are just I erased basically. You cannot really see what's on there, but this screen. But I'll show you what I mean when I say unit. So these are the buttons, and with the definition of what it does. For example, icon S, which is the gray S, it means that you are submitting to the computer is selected, and then the red, it has been stopped, and when it's green, it's currently running. And so sorry about that. And then let's play the video just for a second. And I'm sure you guys can hear Etienne speaking or trying to. There's Etienne, and there's my colleague David Nyla, and that's me right there trying to record that video. So this is what I would say it's the output screen of the Kuka Arm. There's the camera that it's currently on that screen. There we go. So smooth, guys. Okay. So this is basically the code that made all the previous video to be possible. Lucky enough, when we were recording, or when we went to take the pictures and the video, Etienne had already loaded his program, and he was busy testing the program. So it was a lucky day for us. And as you can see, this looks almost like a pseudocode, but this is not the pseudocode. And some of you may have guessed, when you actually buy the Kuka Arm, let's say you have the funds and or the resources to actually get your own, so it comes preloaded with some programs in it, and then you also get a certain level of functionalities that you can actually implement on your own. So this is one of the code that ATN managed to actually load into the system. As you can see, line 10, it says loop, so this is where the loop starts, and then line 26, that's where the loop ends. And if you can look, there is something that says VOL, or almost like, yes, it's VOL. VOL is set at 100%, meaning that the Kuka Arm is currently running at 100% speed, but it's more than just that. As you guys may have seen on the previous video, that it was sort of running slow, and the reason for running slow is for safety purposes. As you can see, also there's tool and there's base. So the tool and the base are just meant to record, yes, they are meant to record the coordinates of where the Kuka Arm is currently at. And then there's also wait time, and then there's 3.05 seconds. 3.05, it's almost the same. And then when you get to the end, line 25, it says 5 seconds. So most of you guys have already done programming. At least you guys have done the first phase of programming, which is programming 1. So you should know what a pseudocode looks like. So the wait time would be something that we call a thread. And then some of these things, as you can see, this is where the buttons, the previous buttons that we spoke about actually come into. As you can see, it's green, right? Green means that it's currently running. At the time of the recording, it was currently running. Yes, thank you very much.